Power, noise, total destruction. Hey, old-timers, crank up the volume for insane wood chipper action. We're shredding logs, metal, and chaos with monster machines. It's loud, it's nuts, it's awesome. Dive in for the crush. Someone made a dangerous mistake here. That powerful shredder grabbing the car is impressive, but not emptying the fuel tank first is just careless. All it takes is one spark from the grinding metal to ignite those fumes. A very risky operation. Ever wonder how a 67-foot fishing boat gets dismantled piece by piece? Watch the incredible dance between a 400-ton marine lift and a steel-jawed excavator as they rip through decades of seafaring history. Can you hear the crunch of fiberglass and the groan of splintering timber? It's not just demolition, it's a mechanical performance where every machine plays its part. Don't blink when the wheelhouse is cracked open like a shell. This is a once-in-a-lifetime view into marine salvage at its most intense. Could this be the most unforgettable journey of the Miss China? No torch, no sparks, just raw hydraulic force. The Eagle Claw clamps down and slices the rail like it's warm butter. With each bite, steel gives way instantly. Right behind it, another machine handles cleanup with magnets or claws, keeping the whole operation moving without pause. You're looking at the Darmstadt DH812 series, a fine example of German engineering. It's designed for one thing, turning big timber into uniform wood chips efficiently. With its horizontal feeder and heavy press roller, it handles massive logs smoothly without much fuss. It just gets the job done right. Now, let's see how it coordinates with loaders and trucks in this video. Falling into one of these things is one of the worst ways of dying I can imagine.
Доска обрезная 50 на 150, брус, кота и для собаки на корм. Чуть ругается.
Some folks think the road's a free-for-all until a 40,000-pound excavator joins the scene. Scripted or not, this felt like a reality check served with steel hydraulics. Can't argue with that kind of horsepower. And it's a loud warning to stay humble and respectful in traffic before things get ugly. What's smart here is the three-way crushing system inside the Brixia, Macchina Rompi Motori. Top, left, and right hydraulic rams converge to compress the engine core until it bursts. It's fast, brutal, and efficient. No torches, no cutting, just pressure. Everything's done inside a sealed chamber for extra safety. A machine like this could do a lot of good for a local community. Imagine all the cans and scrap it could process, keeping things clean. The whole setup looks like a great way to turn trash into cash. Watching this setup feels like seeing a factory orchestra. The press, the crane, and the handlers all move in sync. How much pressure does that press actually apply to flatten those beams like paper? If I remember right, those old silos have metal rod all the way around it from top to bottom. They will have to cut all that metal rod in order for it to fall. The combo of hydraulic hammer and high-reach excavator really tore that tower down with grace. Impressive teamwork. But that guy? Way too close for comfort. Some jobs don't have the space or budget for giant rigs. That's where the Compactor 300 from Arges shines. Load it with a skid steer and keep output flowing with a small conveyor. It's simple, portable, and gets real work done in tight conditions. A solid match for crews that move from site to site. How can a machine get the same job done with a much smaller engine? The RGS is known for its incredible power, a real workhorse for tough materials. But this test revealed something fascinating. The new UREC shredder, despite its more modest 422 horsepower engine, processed the same tonnage as the RGS. This points to a major leap in the efficiency of the shredding unit itself, likely saving a great deal on fuel costs. Looks smooth, but compressors under pressure can turn that shredder into a fireworks show. For mixed waste, nothing beats this setup. Single shaft shredder up front and a baler at the end for tidy bundles. Perfect for remote spots where hauling rubble isn't an option. That Unimog's PTO setup runs the jaw crusher without a hitch. That Unimog's drivetrain can climb and crawl, and the crusher takes care of broken rock or old concrete right on site. No wasted trips, no wasted time. Instead of scrapping his old ride, this guy gave it one last flight. A farewell full of style and soul. What do you think? Take a look at this beast in action. The Oraco 95DK doesn't crush cars, it devours them. From roof to rim, nothing stands a chance. That's industrial-grade muscle right there. Watching it work, it's almost hypnotic. No hesitation, no slowdowns. Does anyone else feel like this could handle way more than just scrap cars? Give it a rating. How powerful does this thing seem to you? Well, here's another ship coming apart in the series. But this one's different. Using that huge shear seems so much safer. I remember hearing stories about the dangers of using those cutting torches with fires and fumes. This method keeps the workers at a safe distance. There's far less risk of explosions or nasty falls. It's a relief to see technology that puts the well-being of the workers first. A truly welcome change for such a dangerous job. That's what happens when shortcuts get taken. A few extra minutes securing the load could have saved the whole haul. That Musmax T8 looks powerful, maybe even a little intimidating. Anything that can chew up a 23-inch log demands a whole lot of respect. The horizontal feed system seems safer than the old top-loading chippers. Probably less chance of dangerous kickback. Still, you can never be too careful with that much horsepower. Oh man. Nothing fancy here, just a tough machine getting the job done. Steel goes in, and clean chunks come out. Simple and effective. Before any recycling plant melts down metal, the scrap has to be compacted. That's what this machine does. Packs it tight into manageable cubes. Saves space, saves fuel, and helps the next phase move faster. Less air, more metal. It's all about efficiency. Next gen. Tire shredding is here. The Raptor, RQ122, 200 horsepower, features integrated water injection, a game changer. Witness whole tires become 3-inch chips with less dust, reduced fire risk, and better cooling. See the future of heavy-duty recycling tech. How many hours do you think it takes to get that smooth with those controls? Man, this operator is surgical. He's tossing around thousands of pounds of metal like it's nothing. It's awesome seeing the metal reused, but what about all the plastics, fluids, and glass? Hopefully they're capturing things like antifreeze and oil properly. See, this shredder's sluggish, right? There's a reason behind the drag. With the Resor VHU and Piquet's pre-shredder's low speed, high torque design effectively mitigates risks associated with processing compacted ELV bales. While enhancing safety and equipment longevity, users may observe a slower processing rate inherent to its design. Wow, this cutter head is an absolute beast. With a 300 horsepower motor and 10-inch diameter blades, it powers through 12-inch logs like they're paper. Continuous rotation without fatigue is mind-blowing. Has anyone tested its feed rate in feet per minute? If the rear suspension was adjusted just a little, that log would have landed smoother. Tough lesson. Right before us is the CBI 5400, one of the most powerful wood waste grinders available. With a heavy-duty rotor, high-impact hammers, and an intelligent feed system, this machine transforms bulky logs, excess branches, and wood scrap into fine chips in no time. Instead of letting wood waste decay or burn, releasing methane and CO2, the CBI 5400 recycles it into biomass fuel, compost, or ground cover, making it a key player in sustainable forestry. When you need dependable shredding power for demanding materials, the M&J 4000 delivers. Its design prioritizes versatility and sheer force, easily handling C and D MSW, and more at 30 to 100 tons per hour. Trust its robust diesel hydraulic system and site-to-site mobility to provide consistent, powerful performance across diverse, challenging operational landscapes. It's simply built right. Looking for the ultimate way to recover pure copper from old electric motors? This Forek installation is the answer. See how their specialized hammer mill line processes WEEE efficiently, guaranteeing high-quality output and maximizing resource recovery. It's recycling tech perfected for valuable materials. The Halverson HWP-120 is a firewood processor attachment for skid steers, mini excavators, and tractors. Ideal for light commercial and residential use, it lets a single operator cut and split logs up to 15 inches in diameter and 12 feet long. From the cab, users can hand tasks that once needed 2 to 3 people, now efficiently managed by one. Vasily Karchishin is a skilled craftsman with a burning passion for mechanics. He poured all his heart and skills into his self-made wood grinder. He crafted a mechanical core from raw steel, a shaft turned on his lathe with 2 welded bushings. The frame was built from sturdy U-shaped steel beams, welded together. The blades, forged from truck leaf springs, were razor-sharp with precision-drilled holes. Aligning the shaft was tricky. Vasily used calipers and precision tools for perfect balance. Each part was assembled, checked, and adjusted, ensuring smooth, quiet rotation. And so, the mechanical work of art is complete. Let's admire its beauty and power.
Он отлично. И вот какая фракция, где-то сантиметров.
Alright folks, check this out. Skid patcher locked to a skid steer, heating millings to over 300 degrees Fahrenheit in minutes. No dump truck needed, just pour it right where you need it. Game-changing tech for road crews.
Steve, what do we got for temperature?
Perfect. Great. Perfect.
That's the end of a bus that served the community for years. Hopefully, most of its parts can be recycled and used in a new one. Here in Chile, though, a lot of buses are made with fiberglass and plastic, which aren't recyclable. That ends up causing a lot of pollution. Honestly, all bus manufacturers should be required to use recyclable materials. If not, we're just piling up waste we can't deal with. And that's a big environmental problem we're creating for ourselves. That's another demolition in the books. Like what you saw. There's more coming on Green Tech, so hit that bell and stick with the best in the shredder game.